this is Suns Fan doing another chest opening video. It's been a long ass time since we've done this. The chests, they were coming out regularly for a while, but then there was a little bit of a gap. And then, of course, our tournament started, so couldn't get to this one at that time. In fact, this came out the exact same time as our compendium, so you can imagine how busy we've been. But alas, I finally had a little bit of time to create this, so let's give it a little whirl. This chest is actually really cool. It's a mythical chest, which I was looking through all the chests that we've done, and there's never been a mythical one aside from maybe like the TI4 ones, which we're not going to count those because if you wanted to go back and buy them, you couldn't do that anyway. So, but of course, like if you want to go buy an old chest, like the one that we opened, let's say 6 months ago, you still could. So that's something new about. I shouldn't say it's new, but it's one of those things that I wasn't really aware of. But it's when they introduced the set chest, that's one of the things that was implemented. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so we have the Treasure of the Rotted Gallows. So the weird thing about this chest, and I'm not sure how this works exactly, but like I said, it is a mythical. Every item that's in the regular section here is a rare, some of which have particles, which makes it very odd that they're rare. And then we have two mythical random drops. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but I don't know. Regardless, you should be happy with that, I suppose. So the first one is the Ghastly Matriarch. It's a death prophet. She has a really nice ass, which a lot of people have noted. So this is definitely a great reason to see. I mean, when you play her, a lot of times if you're on Radiant especially, you're going to be looking at her ass a lot, right? She actually does look pretty hot, even those fingers, which are actually default fingers, but regardless. Pretty cool set. I'm not 100% sure about like what particles and stuff come with some of these. Some of them may not have any, so don't take my word for it. There's no way for me to test it until afterwards. But the Sven is called the Fiend Cleaver. All right, that looks like a cleaver to me. Pretty cool weapon, I do say so. That's a cool shoulder piece. Oh, I think this is supposed to glow. So the problem about looking at this in game, the model viewer, it's not going to show particles ever, which is truly unfortunate. So I know this glows. This changes to red as well when he ults. Okay, we have the Legacy of Infernal Wings for Lion. This one I knew was going to get in. And I just said they don't show particles, but here we see particles. So maybe, I don't know. They pick and choose. Because I know if you look at our Marana map for the compendium, it doesn't show any particles. So I'm not sure how they decide to do that. But so I guess this is the particle for this one. This is probably one of my favorite Lion sets for sure. Lion, it's not the most coveted of sets, but this one definitely is at the top of the list. Battle Trap for Clockwork. This is a really cool Clockwork set. I've been told that it does change the cogs. I don't have any idea how they look, however, and I wish there was a little option here to see it, but we're not going to. It's a very cool Clockwork set. We have Eld Worm's Touch for Drow. I believe this was made by Title Craftsman. This is a really good Drow set. There is a particle, as you can see, for the bow, and yeah. It's very cool. These are really awesome sets. Oh, sorry. This is Monstrous Reprisal for Ricky. This one definitely has. So this has particles for the eyes, particles for the tail. His first two icons are different, but there's no spell effects. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the workshop they wanted to put particles for the spells, but they didn't go into the game for one reason or another. I could be wrong about that, but I know it's not in the game for sure. This is a set for Versuta, by the way. This is probably the best Ricky set on the market for sure. Next is Champion of Discord, CK. I feel this is a really cool set. We featured this as well in the workshop. I'm trying to remember if this is like custom particles or not. I know you're seeing his like veins glow or whatever. That's pretty default, I think. This might be custom. Again, very tough to tell, but either way, it looks like a really cool set. And the Agaric Flourish. I don't know what Agaric is. Maybe you guys can inform me. This is for Treant. This one had a ton of particles in the workshop. I don't think any of them made it in. But there are custom icons for each one. And we saw this being played in the Captain's Draft, so I know that for a fact that there are custom icons. So this is a very cool Treant set for sure. Look at that beard go. Beautiful. I like the sets that when you play them from like the top-down view, it looks different enough for it to actually matter, if that makes sense. And I think it's getting more towards like Valve is starting to actually add sets that get a little bit crazier. It's been a slow transition from the beginning. I mean, if you compare it to like Han or League of Legends, they're pretty drastic changes. So I think we can find a middle ground somewhere, and we're getting to that point. So I'm glad to see it. The very rare drops, Echo the Locator. This is one of the best wards by far. Pretty awesome. Doesn't show the sentry, but you can imagine the eyes are just a different color. But this is one of the coolest wards by far. I'm not a ward guy, but I believe we featured this, and I said the exact same thing. And then the extremely rare. This was made by Chemical, Aaliyah, and Dry Courier. Basically an old hag. Oh, it shows that's right, the flying here, flying on a little pot. And then the walking version. This is definitely not a virgin. Which is? Do you have to be a virgin to be a witch? No. They use virgin's blood to create stuff. They're not virgins. They're whores. That's okay. Now that we got that cleared up. It also comes with a ward. This is like kind of Halloween based. So yeah, it's like a chicken foot. Pretty cool. And it looks like it comes with some loading screens as well. Yeah. So yeah, that is the chest. Let's start opening. And when I said this doesn't have a countdown last time, somebody corrected me. I know this is technically kind of a countdown, but I mean, come on. I want a numbered countdown. Do I really need to specify? Tree and Protector, excellent. It's a really cool set. Peek inside, open now. Are we feeling lucky? Is the question. Clockwork, very nice. I'm gonna try new things. Gotta get back on track. Mythical. We got the courier, boys and girls. Congratulations. We got the courier, the ward, and the loading screens. And the Chaos Knight set. Awesome. Wanted to see. Okay, you have to open the bundle to get all that. Let's just do it. I'm trying not to talk when the sounds come up because in the past it was way louder than my voice. I'm not sure if that's still the case. Did not test that out, so I'm just going to assume it is. Yeah, awesome. All right, well, we already got the rare. I mean, what's the other one? It's the ward. We haven't gotten the other ward yet. Oh, that's right. So this comes with courier and a ward, and this one's just a ward. I do want that ward, though. Even though I don't place them very often, that would probably be my ward of choice if we were to get it. I'll get my tools. Hang on a sec. Enjoy. Very dissatisfying. We have Leon. Freaking blacksmith. Death Prophet. It's because blacksmiths don't know how to count. Maybe they're just trying to be true to the lore. Drow Ranger. No. We only got 2 left. Have we ever gotten everything in a chest? We probably have. We probably have. Yes! I will definitely be using that. I believe the effects done by this were actually, if I say it wrong, it's gonna be bad. But I'm gonna say it anyway. I think it was Drew Carrymore. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, I didn't get that mixed up with anybody else. All right, last opening. We're gonna get Sven, and we're hoping for perhaps the Bat Ward. But I'll be okay if we don't get it. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, friends. We did get the ultra rare Babka the Bewitcher. So we're going to be happy with that. These are some really cool sets. I believe it was $250. So isn't that okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's always been $250 for these chests, right? So you're paying the same price and you're getting some almost mythical type sets. A lot of them are probably borderline. These are not rare though. I mean, come on. Like this Ricky set, you really think this is a rare? I don't know. That's not a rare. So I think it's well worth the money, but you guys check it out. Tell us what you think about this chest compared to others and how you think the chests are doing. We may have some stuff next week for you. That's all I'm going to say. Until next time, friends, have a good night, have a good day, have a good life. We love you.